How's it going, everyone? It's Artifact, and today in the Jungle Safari we have a Lyre Bird joining us. Let's have a little listen to the sample I grabbed from Freesound. All kinds of crazy noises it makes, so I've actually had to be a bit creative here to try and get this to fit into our track, because it's a little bit... We're using a lot of different sounds now, and obviously the more different sounds you use, you have to try to get them to actually fit the song, so it becomes a little bit harder with each new sound. But this is the final result of the group of sounds that I made using the Lyre Bird. By the way, in case you're wondering why I'm wearing sunglasses, I was actually asked the same question. I was chilling with a girl on the weekend and she was like, "Why are you wearing sunglasses indoors?" I was like, "Because I'm a rock star." Honestly, some people. So what we've got with the Lyre Bird, we've got three main sounds. We've got one where we're using the individual sample hit, which is this little sound here. And this one is these kind of blaster noises that it likes to make. And the next sound that we've used is this second part here. And for that one, I've just put the sound into Quanta and basically just stretched out the sample. And if we have a little look here in Quanta, what I've done is just thrown in the sample here. And with Quanta, all you really need to do is just find a part of the sound that is going to be good. Obviously, use your ears. And just randomize the position down here. So it creates this kind of level here where it cycles between the waveform in that particular area. So obviously you could move it around to find different areas which sound good. And you have to turn up the volume quite a lot on Quanta as well because it's really quiet. But once you've got that and you've turned it up, I've kind of made two versions. So this is like kind of a pitched up one. And then this second part here is the same, but just turn down the tuning in Quanta here. You can just, tune it down a bit here. It sounds like it's almost a semitone down. I didn't do it exactly, I just kind of used my ears. Yeah, so you kind of have that kind of melody progression in the loop there. And these guys actually sit on top of this Lyre shot, which is what I've resampled in Vital. So if we take a little look at my Vital patch. So with this kind of blaster sound effect that it does, it obviously already has this rhythm. It goes like... So I've put the sample in here to begin with. Let's turn off Michael Bay, the unwelcome dinner guest. So that's the original sample. And then I've done, again, the same thing. I've thrown it also into the wavetable. Try to find a version that kind of worked with it by timing it on this LFO and by changing the pitch. You can tell it doesn't quite have the same exact rhythm, but it kind of fits in pitch in a sense. And when we start to add in the sine wave, it's going to all blend together quite nicely. And this one's got a bit of unison and width to it as well, as does this sine wave here. You can see I've had to pitch them down -13. Now it's quite a strange sound. I don't know exactly what key it's in. Obviously you could really figure it out if you want to, but again, if you're just using your ears, you can pretty much go away. If you're using your ears, you can pretty much just like pitch it yourself until you find something that fits with the song, pretty much, pretty much. So yeah, gets a bit nicer with the sine wave and the frequency modulation from the sample. And then this third oscillator we add in here provides a bit more juicy movement. And actually, if I take this off here, just trying to find a random wavetable that would fit with it, and I chose this stabbed one. Bit of unison, frequency modulate from oscillator 2, the sine wave. But then at this point, it's like a lot of kind of sounds happening at once and no real rhythm anymore. So I've put it onto a different LFO, and we have this quarter note rhythm. So it's kind of going in the same speed as the sample now. So I've just tracked that to the level here. So if I just put it back on. So it's going. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with that. And yeah, if we just whack on some chorus. Again, same thing on this LFO3, just to map to the different delays of the unison voices, which are on freeze mode. And again, a little bit to the mix. So we're moving the unison of the chorus voices ourselves using the LFO. And simply after that, a slight bit of filtering just to give a bit more movement in the low end. And then of course, distortion, bit of soft clipping. I was originally on the sine fold. It is very, very aggressive, but it kind of takes a bit away from the actual original sample that we had, you know, that actual blaster sound. I wanted to kind of enhance that blaster effect, and I didn't want to completely, you know, smash the hell out of it and turn it into something overly distorted. So the soft clipping is quite nice here. And that's pretty much it for that kind of part of the patch. And then I tried to sort of, you know, hold the note down and play it over a part of the song. It kind of was taking up too much space and too much room in the song, so I ended up just holding down the note and bouncing out the sample. And what we've got here is the sort of final version here, and then I've just chopped it up into these like one-shot parts, and then I've just found areas of the track where it kind of adds to the groove. So if you listen sort of to where it fits in here. And you know, I've got the original samples in here as well, so we have like a Hovis 50-50 mix of both. So we've got our Vital resampled one shot, and then the original Lyre Bird one shot as well. And if we just play them together. So you can hear we've got like a nice kind of blend between like a sort of overly processed synth version and the original again. And yeah, when I kind of add this Quanta patch I made on top of it, it's quite nice because we have that kind of aggressive stab, and but then we also have like a little sort of melodic background noise to sort of complement it and give a bit of that kind of change in pitch. And then this last part here is just again this shot, but it kind of extends out a little bit. It's got sort of two hits to it almost, and that kind of just is like a little fill at the end of this section. So if we play it all together, what we've got so far with our Lyre Bird now, and our previous animals, which were the jaguar, and then before that it was the elephant and the lion. So already quite a nice vibe going. So what's the next animal that we should throw in? I'm thinking an underwater animal. So yeah, leave a comment down below what you want me to use next. And if anyone's got any cool ideas, maybe some amphibious creatures. I reckon we can get like 15 or 20 different animals in here to make it a real jungle experience for the listener. It's really like kind of a challenge to get things to fit, but it's really like it helps me to be a lot more creative, you know, not having to try and find ways to get these animal sounds to like fit into the song so it actually also sounds cool. Like I'm thinking it's sounding alright so far. I think it can still get a lot better, but we've got a load of cool textures in here, and like I haven't really done anything for the drums yet. I've just thrown in a couple of breaks, but yeah, let's keep going, make some more sound design with some animals. So yeah, which amphibious creature should we do next? Leave a comment, and much love. Have a lovely day. Peace.